dog days of summer are behind us, and the 2019-20 academic year is already underway here with the Tupelo Public School District. And this is our first show of Your Story, Our Purpose, One Heartbeat. And today I'm joined by Dr. Rob Picou, our second year superintendent. Dr. Picou, it's hard to believe we've got 1 year under our belt with you, and now we're going to year two.
It's gone very fast, Greg. It's an exciting time to be in the Tupelo Public School District.
Absolutely. Kind of before we go ahead and look at 2019-20, just talk a little bit about this past year and some of the highlights, and what were your observations? Because you talked several times that you wanted to use the first year to observe and then kind of come in and start implementing some changes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I did that first year, was spend a lot of time just talking and listening to principals, listening to teachers, listening to parents and some students, and just trying to find out what some of our greatest needs are as a district and what we're committed to as a community and a district going forward.
What was your biggest takeaway?
You know, my biggest takeaway, besides what an outstanding community Tupelo is and how committed everyone here in Tupelo is to having a world-class public education system, is that we have a lot of fantastic students, a lot of energy. You know, when you hear about the Tupelo Way, it's alive, it's real. It's a real tangible thing that you can put your finger on and touch and say, oh, that's what it looks like.
Right. Now we're going to look ahead to this year, and we're a month into school, which is already hard to believe, but already going back to the summer, a lot of exciting things happened. The middle college, which you had talked about all last year, became a reality as everybody signed the dotted lines, and now the kids are underway with the ICC. Project Search at the hospital is already going. Project Lead the Way has been implemented. One of our new employees from last year, Stuart McMillan, has done a wonderful job with all these things. What will these type of programs bring to the district?
Well, first off, those programs are a perfect example of what I call the one single heartbeat. Is when a group of people, different entities come together, identify a need, and do whatever's necessary to do something extraordinary. And we can take them one by one. We're very excited about the middle college. There is no such thing as one size fits all in education. For many students, they need something different. And this group of students, they're our first class at the middle college. They are being afforded a unique opportunity that is otherwise not afforded to students elsewhere in the state. I think there's only one or two other middle colleges in the state, and we spent a lot of time learning from those colleges and what they're doing, and modeled ours somewhat on the one in Gulfport, but it's uniquely Tupelo, and the partnership between the Tupelo Public School District and ICC has a lot of potential. Right. Because they're two very unique and exciting entities that can offer a lot of things to students as they prepare for post-secondary education.
Of course, this starts with our 11th graders. Yeah. And it's a 2-year program. And when they graduate high school, they're also going to have their associate's degree and be really ahead of the curve when it comes to college. The
idea is, yeah, they'll have 2 years of their associate degree under their belt by the time they graduate from high school. You know, of course, this takes nothing from our programs at the high school, which is very robust, very academically focused on preparing students for post-secondary education as well. But this is just a different opportunity. And I see students, a group of students that this would appeal to.
Have you been contacted by other school districts about the process and the interest? Because I only see this type of program expanding, particularly in our area.
Yeah, I've actually, I believe that there are quite a few districts in the region who are looking at establishing some type of a middle college experience for their students. And you know, think about it, if you're a small district, you don't have as much access to AP courses and different things like Tupelo is lucky to have. So partnering with the local community college in their area would make a lot of sense.
One of the things that we introduced back in the first week of August was Project Search, our new partnership with the hospital, where our special ed students who are in their last year at the high school, they will do a year-long internship. Very valuable program for these students.
Yeah, another example of the one single heartbeat. 3 different entities came together and decided to create a program that would produce extraordinary results. There's no such thing as one size fits all.
Right.
And this group of students is being afforded a very unique and innovative opportunity to prepare for life post high school experience. And we're excited about that.
And a lot of these kids can get jobs at the hospital once they complete the program.
They can get jobs at the hospital and in other medical entities throughout the
Right.
community. You know, it's all about providing purpose.
Right.
Students need a purpose in life, and they need to have a vision of themselves after high school. And this is about providing that vision.
We also have launched Project Lead the Way with Toyota, and we're going to implement that into our gifted class this first semester, and then all specials after that.
Yeah, the idea is to start in our challenge programs because we could. Was much more flexible in terms of the teachers' willingness to get the staff development that's necessary. We're excited about that. And then use those teachers as trainers with the rest of the teachers. So we started small so that we could build out. And using our challenge teachers and our challenge program as a core launching pad into the greater, into the group with the rest of the students. We're very excited about Project Lead the Way. There again, it's innovative. It's something different.
Absolutely, and it's not something that only the students have to buy into. The teachers and the staff are learning, and they seem to be very open.
Yeah, it's a very hands-on approach to education, and we're excited about our partnership with Toyota, as always, and grateful for their support in this program. You know, it's about training kids to think like entrepreneurs, like innovators, and to think in a way that's different other than just a typical type of a school experience. It's hands-on. It's STEM focused,
Right.
And as you know, the STEM careers are predicted to grow exponentially in the next 10 to 20 years here in the country. So it's about getting our children prepared to participate in those careers.
And speaking of thinking outside the box and looking at doing things different, we are officially applying or in the process of applying to become a District of Innovation. How big will that be for the Tupelo Public School District?
I think it'll give us the flexibility needed to be innovative. And, you know, that's the purpose of the application process from the State Department, is to give districts the opportunity to explore alternative models, to explore innovative ideas. And so I think our application is going to be very robust. It's going to be comprehensive K-12. And I think, you know, there's a good chance that we're going to end up getting that. But, you know, we still have to wait to go through the process.
It's quite the process.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah.
You've also talked a lot about the importance of art, music, and writing. How have things changed within our schools with those emphasis now?
Well, I think, you know, adding arts integration facilitator is going to help out a lot, because up to this point there was really no one in the district that was focused on arts integration. So
Right.
now I think adding Mrs. Stafford to the equation is going to help out greatly with our art teachers, just giving them an opportunity to be trained in the classroom. You know, Tupelo has a strong commitment. One of the things that I've been not surprised, but pleasantly surprised about is how committed the Tupelo community is to art
Right.
and music. And it makes sense, the birthplace of Elvis, you know, so we want to make sure that we have a really, really dynamic art and music program in every school in the district.
Dr. Picou, our district offers a lot of great programs and things for our students, but we also have other great assets to make those things possible.
Yeah, I'd have to go to our staff, our teachers, our principals, our support staff. No one can compare. I mean,
Right.
We just have a very dynamic, committed, and dedicated staff that works hard every single day to bring out the greatness in every child. So I'd say our staff, you know, our teachers, our principals, and our support staff really are what make the Tupelo spirit happen.
Exactly, and you sent a lot of them this summer to Portland, Oregon for our CHAMPS program, which is basically a behavioral management style.
I wouldn't say it's behavior management. It's called Safe and Civil Schools.
Safe and Civil
It's
Schools.
important that we commit ourselves to structuring our environment for success. Our children are great. They really are. They want to do well. They just need to be prepared to do well, and the environment needs to be structured for success so that they can do well. So the Safe and Civil School training that we sent a group of people to, assistant principals and counselors at the elementary level, they came back with some great ideas of how to structure the classroom and the school environment, including the buses, for success.
I talked to several of the principals, and they were talking about it was intense training for a week. They were in class for 8 hours a day.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't like a regular conference. It
Right.
was a training. So they came back with a lot of information. I think that's going to be beneficial for our students.
Not only is this the first show of the year, it's the first time we've done this show on this stage, and we're currently at Church Street Elementary. It hasn't been a school since 2013, but Dr. Picou, you want to bring life back to this school for this neighborhood, and already the process has started.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful facility and what an asset to the community. But the problem is it's very difficult to maintain a building like this when it's empty.
Right.
It's just hard to do, and because so many things can happen to an old building, and you're not in it, you don't know what's going on. So we're going to be moving the rest of district office, downtown district office, over here to Church Street. We've already moved certain departments over here. And my thought would be, what a wonderful space to have a dual purpose facility where we're not only district office, but we're also a museum dedicated to public education in the in Tupelo. It's a great story. Public education in Tupelo is a phenomenal story, I think, that very few people really know. So having a space to present that to the community, not to mention this great auditorium that we're sitting in right now, we could be using and providing entertainment and chances for arts and music enrichment right here at Church Street for the community as well.
And this is such a historical building. It's the oldest building. It's on the National Archives. You know, we've had presidents visit here. So, in just talking to the people in the community, they're very excited to see life. And our communications department is already here.
Yep.
HR is here, and finance. And we look forward to having everybody else.
And now I have an office
And
over
now
here.
you have an office here. I love your office with the windows and overlooks the football
I
field.
think it was the old attendance office.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they had a sign in there that said attendance office, so I can imagine a lot of kids lined up outside the door getting ready to check in tardy.
All right, I can't let you go without one question.
Yeah.
The Saints. The Saints going to be any good this year?
Super Bowl. That's all I can say is Super Bowl. Yeah, they're going to be very good. I feel bad for the Dallas Cowboys.
We heard it here first. Saints are in the Super Bowl. Well, Dr. Picou, thank you for a great year, and we look forward to another great year. And for your story, our purpose, one heartbeat, I'm Greg Ellis.
Thank you.